Hey guys, welcome back to my channel again, and today I got another really cool card trick to show you guys. And today's card trick is mostly about the wild card, where the card can turn into any card I want to. So I really hope you guys will like the performance, and if you like it, please stick around to learn the trick as well. So see you guys in the performance. Alright guys, so this will be the performance. First of all, I have my spectator to go ahead and shuffle a deck of cards, just like this. And in today's performance, I'm going to talk about wild card with you guys. So, as you guys know, a wild card is a card that can change into anything, right? So, in this deck, I got a normal deck. I took out the jokers, and do you know which one is the wild card? Actually, of course you don't, right? But I'm gonna tell you, every card can be a wild card. Therefore, I want my spectator to cut about a quarter of the deck, just like this. And now, we'll use this card as a wild card. Alright, we'll just stick it right in the middle of the deck, just like this. Push it in as well. Now, as you guys know, a wild card is actually a random card. So, how can a random card be a wild card, right? Now, let's try something. I want my spectator to go ahead and say stop when I'm dealing out the cards. Like, I'll deal cards like this, and they can say stop whenever they want to, alright? Now, they can say stop any time they want to, literally any time they want to. Let's say they say stop right this card, alright? I'm not looking at it, so you guys can go ahead and take a look at this card. Hopefully you guys got that. Now, what we're gonna do is just to bury more cards onto it, so that your card is lost into the middle of the deck, just like this. Now, what's gonna happen is, do you remember that we got a wild card here? This wild card can change into any card, right? It can change into any of these cards. However, I don't know if you guys realize something, is that it's actually turned into the King of Hearts. If you guys enjoyed that performance, please stick around for the tutorial to learn how to do it. Alright guys, so this will be the tutorial. First of all, you have your spectator to shuffle up the deck as much as they want to. And now, you're going to tell them about wild card, which is a card that can turn into any card I want to. So, after that, you're going to ask them to cut out a quarter of the cards. Like, roughly a quarter or a fifth of the deck. And let's say they can just cut it randomly. Let's say right here. And now, you're going to explain to them that this top card is going to be the wild card that you're just talking about. And you're going to push it out and leave it like this. Now, you're going to flip over the other deck with your right hand and do a one-hand fan. And place your card in the middle of the deck. Most of the time, you're going to push your card into the center of the deck, right? But in this trick, you slightly want to place it near the bottom so that the trick will look better. When you're pushing it into the deck, you don't want to leave it like this at the left. However, you want to make it into the center so that it seems like it's in the center of the deck, but it's actually not. It's quite near the bottom. Now, you can grab the deck and push the card inside as well. Now, you can show your spectator that there's one card flipped over, and this will be a wild card, which is a random card, as you know. And you can ask them to push it in or whatever. Now, you're going to lift up the whole pack and place it on the table. However, instead of lifting up the whole thing, you're actually going to only lifting up the cards that are on top of the wild card, alright? Just like this. So, you actually get a natural break between the cards, like this, because you got a face down card and some face up cards, so it will actually naturally separate themselves. So you can just lift them up casually and place it on the side. Now you want to flip over the deck and have your spectator to say call out stop when you're dealing out the cards like this. Alright, but before that, you're actually going to riffle down one card, which is your wild card, and get a thumb break. When you're asking them to say stop, you're going to slide off the cards one by one, right? But actually, while you're doing that, after you did like 1 or 2 cards, you're going to drop the wild card on the deck, just like this, and continue dealing out the cards, like this. And when they say stop, you're going to use the cards that's on your left hand where you dealt on and get a pinky break. If you want to, you can look at the card with them. If you don't want to, you can turn around and have them look at the card, alright? You can show them the card and you're going to get a pinky break just like this by pushing off the card and pushing it back in to get a pinky break just like this. Now, you're going to tell your spectator that you're going to continue dealing cards on top of their card. But when you're doing that, you're using your thumb, your right thumb, grabbing this card, grabbing the selection to the bottom of the deck, and continue dealing on top. Therefore, their card is actually controlled to the top of the deck, just like this. So what you just did there is controlled their card to the top of the deck, but not just on top of the deck, but becomes the wild card. Why? Because just now, before you have let them choose any card, you already get rid of the random card, right? Now, you have added another card, which is their card, to the wild card position, where you have some face down cards right here. So be sure not to flex them when you're dealing down the cards on the table, and place it on top, just like this, and flip the whole deck over. Be sure not to spread out the cards, because you got some face-up cards here. The last thing you have to do is to recall them that you got a wild card in here, and just place the whole deck on top of it, instead of fanning out the card and showing them all the cards where the wild card suddenly disappeared. You don't want that. So you just want to lift up the pack and place it on top. Now what happened is, their selection is now sandwiched between all the cards. Before, you only got these cards and their selection on top, right? Now, you want to place the others on top of it, therefore it looks like it's sandwiched between the cards. And you're gonna ask them, do they know what is this card? And of course they're like a bit confusing because they have no idea what card is over there. When you flipped over this card, they're actually gonna be very confused because just now you just buried their card into the middle of the deck, but somehow their card had turned into the wild card. That will be the trick, guys. I hope you guys like this card trick, because this card trick is actually quite good, and I think it's quite a clever card trick as well. So I really hope you guys like this card trick, and good luck to your performance. Peace.